Okay, hi guys, and welcome to this week's vlog. I am in the dead center of working 6 days in a row. Not having the best time. I am in charge 2 days in a row. I was in charge last night, and then I'm in charge again tonight. And the core at my current hospital is 4 nurses. Now, also consider the fact that we have a 10-bed unit. So at any point, we could have 10 patients and we only have 4 nurses. And they're always preaching like, oh, a charge nurse doesn't need to have a patient. But last night, I literally triaged 5 people. Triaged 5 people. I admitted 2 people. And I had my own laboring patient as a charge nurse. Like, what? It was insane. But the night before that, Nye was in charge, and when Nye is in charge, bro, duck and cover. Duck and cover, because it's going to be some of the most insane you've ever seen in your entire life. Like, it was so busy to the point where by the time 6 o'clock rolled around, I already had over 6,000 steps. I did not sit down for longer than 3 to 4 minutes that night. Like, it was insane. It was insane. Like, we delivering babies, we coding, like, it was a lot. It was a lot, but we persevered and we got through, and it was what it was. This is a new product in my skincare routine. I don't like the way that it smells, but this is the SOS Save Our Skin by Tower 28. It's the Daily Rescue Facial Spray. It's pretty much hypochlorous acid. And since I'm at the gym, I'm pretty sure it's to get like a antibacterial barrier. But girl, I don't know. The girls be using it, so I'll be using it. I don't fucking know. But yeah, so that night was crazy. And then after we had that crazy night, it wasn't as, like, last night wasn't as crazy as when Nye was in charge, so I'm very grateful for that. But it was still, you know, a bit much. Literally every room had somebody in it at some point. So it was a lot. It was a lot, but we persevered, made it through. But yeah, I'm working 6 days in a row. I absolutely hate that because, like, today technically I'm supposed to be at home. I'm supposed to be chilling. Like, I've already worked my 3 days this week, but now, nope, I'm right in the middle, and I have to work tonight, tomorrow, and the next day. But then I'm off for 5 days, and I work for 1 day, and I'm off for 4 days, and then I work my last day, and I'm really, really excited about that. But yeah, tonight, there's only 4 of us, and I'm the only senior nurse, and I'm used to always having a nursier nurse to kind of, like, bounce ideas off of, or like just like get recommendations from. But tonight I don't have that because I'm pretty much with all the new grads, which is fine. Not to say that they're not, you know, good nurses. They're all different like kinds of nurses. Like, they all have their own certain personality when it comes to nursing, but I know that I'm worried that I'm gonna have to stretch myself very, very thin tonight. And I'm not one of those nurses that's like, oh, I hate having new grads, oh, I hate having new nurses. No, I love them. Like, I would love to literally take my brain and, you know, like, put it into your brain. And if you're someone that's teachable and you want to be taught and you want to learn, like, I would absolutely love to teach you. But hopefully, all I can do is just pray that it's gonna be okay, because having 4 nurses, and I know for a fact that we have inductions coming in the morning, is crazy. Like, there should be more than 4 nurses scheduled tonight, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm honestly going to make the absolute best of it because my time here is coming to a close, thankfully. So I'm really excited to go on to something bigger and better, and, you know, be somewhere where I feel like respected, happy, and valued, and all that good stuff. Because those are all really good qualities to have in a job, especially if you're going to work that long term. And I've been thinking, like, at my current job, like, I'm a senior nurse, and like my schedule for the most part is pretty cool. Like, they tried to do their big one and like make me work Halloween for the next 2 years, or technically for 3 years in a row, because I don't have kids. And technically I do feel like that is illegal, but not like the working Halloween, but like making me and other people that don't have kids work holidays because we don't have children is discrimination, quite actually. But yeah, anyway, but yeah, like for the most part, I can make my own schedule, and like I travel pretty frequently, and I have these long stretches of days off. But it's like, I feel like that's something that's keeping a lot of people at that job. It's like, oh, I'm comfortable, and I'm a senior nurse, and I make my own schedule. And it's like, it is nice. It is nice, but like at the sake of being mistreated and like put in dangerous situations, I just don't feel like it's worth it to be there long term. So I'd rather work somewhere where I know that I'm going to be safe. There's going to be safe nurse-patient ratios. There's going to be guidelines, policies, rules, regulations, things put in place to keep nurses and patients safe. That's increasingly important to me. All right, my hair is looking fantastic. I'm going to have to show y'all my curly hair routine whenever I do my hair again. But like, it is so soft. It is so defined. The shape is T. The curls are good. Minimal frizz. And this is like day 5 hair. Day 5. And it's looking very T. I think at day like 6 or 7, I'll redo it. So that'll be this week. So we'll do a curly hair routine this week. Don't you worry. Don't you fret. Because I got everything for you. Don't worry. My Shayla.
What you be laughing about?
Nothing. About how good my hair look.
They do look good.
You do. What's your favorite part?
What? The curly part?
I know, like, what do you like the most about my hairstyle right now?
It's curly.
Okay, but like other than that.
I mean, you asking me a lot of, you may go in depth. Like, like an English teacher.
Yeah.
It's curly, it's pretty. You look good on you. Jet degrees. You said jet degrees.
Oh. You like the shape, you like the middle part, you like the what?
The shape.
I feel like that don't count because I gave you that.
What the? You not bald? I like that.
You gonna take me on a date?
No.
You said no?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I don't want to.
Why you want to take me on a date?
Because I feel like it.
You don't feel like it?
Yeah.
You don't feel like taking me on a date?
No.
Why?
I don't want to. I just said I feel like it.
What else you gonna be doing?
Nothing.
I
just don't want to.
These allegations will be used against you.
I don't care.
Yes, you do. You don't want to take me on a date? Why?
Because I don't have to.
Stop.
I think I don't have to.
You know better than that guy with the dog food.
What are you talking about?
The guy who packed the...
Hey, I'm telling you I don't want to. Well, this is direct. I'm not, being shady about it. I'm just telling you straight to your face. But I don't want to. So pretty. When, man? You work like 6 days in a row. When you want to go? We do Friday. No, I work Friday. No, yeah. Yeah.
You don't say my day for it?
Sure.
What you doing, bro?
Nothing. You not.
Hit the day with me. Last night I was in charge. It was not a bad like charge shift night at all. Like I had some triages and literally all of my triages ended up getting admitted. So it was cool. It was no big deal. But I will say one thing that bothers me is when someone that has like been a nurse longer than me tries to like undermine me just for the sake of like trying to make me feel bad or trying to make me look or feel incompetent. You're gonna have to work really, really hard to do that with me, okay? You're gonna have to work very, very, very hard night and day. It is going to have to be your life's work to even attempt to achieve a goal as unattainable as that, number one. So on usually most labor and delivery units, you have a board, and on that board it'll have the patient's name, how many times they've been pregnant, how many babies they currently have, how many weeks they are, their doctor, who's their nurse, or what's bringing them in, what are we currently doing to them, kind of like the plan of care in very, very short words. So we can say something like preterm labor, observation, contractions, possible SROMs, like possibly their water is broken, like things like that, labor, induction, 7 o'clock C-section, 5 o'clock C-section, to follow C-section, like those things. And so I was in charge last night and I was trying to do my best, my very, very best to keep up with the board and like make sure that the board was, well updated so that the people that come by, like anesthesia or doctors or, different people that come by and need to know the progress of the patients can have that information, and they can have that information quite quickly. So, I was writing things like, triage, observation, Now, let me preface this by saying, when you come into the hospital and you're having an induction means that you're going to get a medicine called oxytocin. It is a hormone that is naturally produced by your body, but in the cases of in the case of an elective induction, we're giving your body specified amounts of that hormone in order to induce labor, in order to start labor. Now, active labor does not start until 6 centimeters. So before that, you're not in active labor. So I know some people are like, oh yeah, like I was in labor for 36 hours with my first, like, I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's very rare that you were greater than 6 centimeters for 36 hours with no cervical change. So anyway, there's that. So a patient came up, they were not 6 centimeters, but they, had cervical change, and they decided that they wanted to be put on oxytocin. So, as they progressed, they went from this number to this number to this number, and by the time daycare rolled around, this person was like 8 centimeters, which is great, like fantastic. And so they were in induction because they were started on oxytocin. Their body was not already in labor. Now, when you're already in labor, like you're already 6 centimeters, your body kind of stalls out a little bit. You're not really making that cervical change anymore. And we start oxytocin after you're already in active labor. That's called an augmentation. That means that we're kind of helping you progress after you've already gotten to 6 centimeters. So before 6 centimeters and starting oxytocin, that's an induction. After 6 centimeters, starting oxytocin, that's an augmentation. So of course, on the board, for the 2 people that came in, their cervix was less than 6 centimeters, we started oxytocin. I wrote induction next to their name. A senior nurse came up and she was like, why does this say induction when these people are more than 6 centimeters below? And I'm like, I didn't even give a response because at this point in my life, I'm realizing that no response is a response. Like the only reason that you did that and you came up to the unit and hooping and hollering saying, who put induction right here? When they're not in induction, they're in labor. Like they're in induction. Like when they came here, they were less than 6 centimeters. Asked me how I know. I was literally the person that checked their cervix, and now they've been on oxytocin for hours. It's literally called an induction. Like don't do that. It's like sometimes I get sad. I'm like, oh, like I can't believe I'm quitting my job. Like this is so sad. And then I remember, like, Jay, this is literally why you're leaving. Like people like that are literally why I'm leaving. And it's the people that have consistently tried to make my life hell at work, or the people that have found out that I'm leaving. They will be some of like the rudest people to me now that I know that I'm leaving and I'm off to, other things. They have chosen to be so like just extra rude. And I'm not somebody that feeds into that. I'm not gonna feed into it because I've grown, and I used to be extremely confrontational, like no, you won't hear me roar, you won't hear my mouth, you won't hear my mouth. No, because if you're talking about me, the only reason you're talking about me is because you want attention. Like I'm not even gonna give it to you. I'm not even gonna give it to you because you want somebody to go back and forth. You want somebody to go back and forth, and I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that, especially not at my place of work. Like I'm not gonna sit there and go back and forth with you about something that does not matter when I go home. I'm a nurse. When I'm clocked in, I'm a nurse. When I'm clocked out, I'm just Jay. Like I'm not taking work drama home. And the only reason that I'm talking about it right now is because it's like, those are the same people that are like, I don't understand why everybody's leaving. Like, this is the best job in the whole entire universe and everything is great and, everything is fantastic. Like, I just don't understand. It's like, you sit here, you make people's life a living hell, and then you ask why nobody's happy. Like, you're the reason that nobody is happy. And it's like, I'm not even gonna help you out by bringing awareness to that fact, because that's gonna take growth. That's honestly going to take growth, and you're gonna have to see that for yourself. But dude, like I just can't stand a nurse bully. Like bullying at your old age, like I don't get that. I don't get it. Or like people that are so uberly obsessed with their kids being popular. Ew, what are you doing? What are you talking about? But anyway, girl, I'm on my way out. And then one of the senior nurses, she's been there for a long time. She's so funny and like she's so crass and like I love her. She's hilarious. But she came to say bye to me and she was like, you know what, Jay, like I'm sad you're leaving, but I'm so proud of you for, getting out. When she was like, I have wasted so many years of my life here. And I wish that when I was your age that I would have just gotten out when I saw how bad it was. And she was like, I'm proud of you. Like, you're on to bigger and better things. Like, you're not going to be one of those people that's going to be miserable and die here. Like, you're going to go off to somewhere that values you and you're going to be happy. And I was like, thank you so much for saying that. Like, that, it literally gave me so much validation. And she said it in front of the person that was already mad and like trying to retaliate against me because I'm leaving. But it's like, retaliating against somebody because they're leaving a bad situation is insane. Like, you understand that, right? Like, that's not normal. That's very strange behavior. So I'm just hoping and praying that at my new job that it's not toxic like this. And I don't feel like it's going to be, or else I would have, never taken the job. But I just cannot fathom like being rude to somebody because they're getting out of a bad situation. And it's like when you notice that a situation is not going to get better and it's only going to continue to get worse, there's no sense in staying in it. It's only going to get worse. I'm not even really going to talk about how the shift went last night because it's not necessary to do so. But what I will say is that it is such a blessing to be able to walk away from something that is no longer serving you. I am so proud of me. I'm so proud of Naya. I'm so proud of all of the nurses and the staff that worked last night. Truly I am. Everybody, flowers, 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 literally bouquets for everybody. For literally everybody. I worked so hard in nursing school and I'm so proud of myself and I'm so proud of the kind of nurse that I became. I'm also extremely proud of myself because y'all know me. Y'all know I act a fool. Y'all know this. But I used to be extremely confrontational. You would not get the last word if it had anything to do with me. You're not getting the last word. I'm getting the last word. Trust. I will sit there for years and go back and forth with you until I get the last word. I don't care. However, and I feel like we've talked about this week already, like I am growing up. Truly, like I know I'm 25, but like I am growing up and I have learned that in a lot of cases, no response is a response. And whenever I had my job interview with my new job, which I hate talking about my new job because I never wanted to feel like my new job, this job that I currently have, but like my new job. But no, like literally like this pertains to that. She asked me a question. She was like, how would you handle a situation, which is so crazy that she would even ask me that. She was like, how would you handle a situation where you're dealing with a provider and you don't agree with something that they're doing? Now, granted, that has happened before in my career. Never to a certain caliber. And I remember telling her, I said, it's not always about what you say, it's about how you say it. And I was like, I know that doctors they can get on that horse now. They can get on that horse and they can, puff their chest out and, I'm a doctor and Jack and the Beanstalk. They will do that. They will do that. At that point, they're not listening to anything you're saying. So if they're here, and old Jayana would match them here, you not solving nothing. You're not solving nothing. And I used to always say, the landscapers are here. I used to always say, like, when they go low, I'm going to hell with it. I'm going to hell with it. Like, when they go low, I go lower. I go lowest. I've grown. Dare I say I've grown. Truly I have. Like, it's not even necessary. It ain't even. Now, that does not mean that I'm not going to stand my ground. That does not mean that I'm going to be like, yes, sir. Dobby cannot take the sucker, sir. Like, no, I'm not going to do that. I will stand my ground. However, I am going to be respectful and I'm going to talk to you so low. Like, I completely understand why you feel like that. Yep, I hear you. I completely understand. Blah, 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 blah. Talking to them in this kind of voice. Yep. I hear you. As I'm literally charting everything you say in parentheses. I'm not taking it here anymore. When you hear, I'm not taking it here. I'm taking it here. I'm taking it here. Truly, it's truly like no matter how mad I get, nobody deserves me on my 10. No, nobody deserves me on my 10. Like you really not even finna get me worked up like that. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. So it's so crazy that I literally in my interview, mind y'all, I can't even tell you that part. Anyway, my friends are texting me. Haley said the amount of times I just gasped Right. But anyway, yeah. I'm really proud of myself. I ain't gonna lie, I'm proud of me and I'm proud of Naya, because Naya is also one to be like, but we did it. We did it. We were just like, no, I don't agree with that. No, I followed, the plan, I followed this, I followed that, I hear what you're saying, but, I did this and, I did that and, you can get on 4 billion for all I care. Like, but I'm not going to take it there. I'm going to be respectful still because this is my place of work. But I'm not into the loud rah-rah anymore with people. Like, I'm past that. I really, really, truly am past that. So it is a blessing to be able to be in the position where I can walk away from something that is no longer serving me. That is a blessing. That is truly, truly, truly a blessing, because everybody's not in that same situation. Like, some people can say like, oh, like, I hate my job and I hate everything about my job, and then you be like, girl, like, literally, why don't you just leave? Everybody is not in the position where they can just leave. Thankfully, I was in the position where I could up and leave immediately. I could up and leave. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for the experiences that I had at my job. I learned so much at this job. Like, it's not even quantifiable. Like, I learned so much at this job and I'm grateful for it. However, this was always the plan of action, no matter what. No matter what. Even when I was in nursing school, the path that I'm on now was always the plan of action. There was never a different plan. The plan was to always go somewhere else, specifically to the place that I'm going. That was always the plan. Now, I didn't really know if the place that I applied to, my new hospital, I didn't know if they would take me or not. I was like, no, this is like too upper echelon. Like, they're not going to want me. They're going to want somebody with 10, 15, 20 years of experience. Like, they're not going to want me. But thank God, hallelujah, they did it. I'm very grateful and I'm very blessed for that. And it's not me rubbing it in. It's not me trying to make anybody feel bad. It's never that. But I have wanted to get out of this situation for a long time. And it just took certain things for me to realize, like, some things maybe will never change. And some people aren't meant to stay at one job for forever. Some people are, and some people can deal with it, and some people like it, and it ebbs and flows with some people, and for some people it doesn't. Like, and that's okay. That's okay. I'm never going to get on here and bash the job that I currently work at. I'm not going to do it. Everybody has their own feelings about their hospital, and I could write books if I could. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to get on social media and I'm not going to bash them. I'm not. Like, that doesn't look good on me as a nurse to do that and be like, well, I didn't like this and I didn't like this and I didn't like that. Now, the whole Halloween fiasco, I didn't like that. I feel like that was wrong. Like, just because I don't have kids doesn't mean that I have to work holidays so that people that do have kids can be home with their kids on holidays, because even though I don't have kids, I still have a family. I can get on that soapbox for days. I'm done. Halloween is literally beat into the ground. Like, I won't be working at my current job at Halloween. It's literally going to be fine. I'm probably going to be off on Halloween because it's a weekend. Anyway, so yeah, it is a beautiful thing to be able to walk away from something that no longer serves you. That is a blessing of the highest order, and I will not take that for granted. I will not take that for granted. But yeah, I'm proud of myself, and I'm proud of the nurse that I am. Like, I can look at myself in the mirror genuinely, and I don't want to cry, but I can look at myself in the mirror genuinely and be proud of myself. Now, it's very hard for me, and Justin will tell you, because it is one of his soapbox, it's very hard for me to be somebody that, like, believes in myself, because I feel like as soon as I believe in myself, everything starts to crumble. But it's like, standing here right now, the events of today have let me know, like, I'm that bitch. When it comes to nursing, like, I'm sorry, but, like, I'm that girl. I'm that girl. Like, not saying that I'm like the head, the top of the top of the top of the top, but I'm a good nurse, and can't nobody ever take that away from me. I'm a good nurse, and nobody else can ever take that away from me. No matter how much you say that I'm not, or you try to demean, or you try to yell, and you try to bully and push back and do this and do this and do that. It doesn't matter. What you meant for my harm, God meant for my good, and that's it. And eventually people will learn that. Eventually people will learn that. Like, what you meant to use to hurt me, God will always use for my benefit. Every single time. Every single time. Eventually they will start to notice the pattern. I hope they catch on to that quite quickly. But yeah, I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful. And I'm proud of myself for not taking it to 10 when everybody else was on 10. I'm proud of myself for not taking it there. Also, chart everything. Tried everything. Everything you do, everything people say, tried everything. Because at the end of the day, when they pull that chart up and they see, okay, well, Jay's saying this, and this, so what you're saying isn't true because here's the documentation. Documentation is going to hold up in court every single time. Every single time. So if you're a nurse, a nursing student, or somebody that does any kind of documentation, document everything. Chart everything. Be on your P's and Q's. Be on your P's and Q's. But yeah, what you meant to hurt me got used for my benefit. So it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. But yeah, I'm just... Tonight is going to be my 6th night in a row working. I don't feel tired at all. Like, I still feel, like, pretty good. I feel like day 2, I was kind of like, ugh, this is going to be the longest 6 days ever. But, like, last night went by pretty quickly. Tonight also went by pretty quickly, mostly because I was up, you know, doing interventions constantly. But, yeah, it was, yeah. But I'm going to get in the shower. I don't have very much time to sleep because it's super, super late. And mind you, I have an hour and a half drive home, and I left work late because of, you know. Yeah. Today has been a very, very interesting day. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and shower. I'm gonna see y'all later. I don't really know what's gonna happen later, but I'm gonna see y'all later. Justin's birthday is next week. No, it wasn't a millennial plot. I can't even talk. His birthday is next week. I was trying to rack my brain about what to get him for his birthday. And I was like, oh, he wants a TV. And I had this whole regaled plan about how I was going to sneak a gigantic ass 1,000-inch flat screen TV into our house. But I just ended up telling him. I think we're at the point in our relationship where we're past birthday secrets. So we're just going to get a TV. So they have this feature in Best Buy where it's like, this is a whole gigantic TV, but you can see the different TV sizes. So this is a 55. Okay. Justin, this TV is $5,000.
Okay, maybe not this one.
Justin is still looking around, but I like this one. This is a 85-inch TV. It has a matte finish and it's gigantic. Like, I feel like I would absolutely love to have this in the bedroom, but it's not my birthday, it's his birthday. So it's pretty much whatever TV he wants. But I think he wants the newer version of the TV that we already have in the living room because he said that it's going to be a lot better for his game. So we'll see. We stopped by Ulta because I needed some more of these Anua face pads. I used to use the Facial Radiance like beauty pads, but I like these way more because they're bigger and I feel like you get more product and it's only $22. Y'all, I got a P.O. box from Arm & Hammer. Why when we open it, there's a custom base bag with the Arm & Hammer logo and these custom Nikes. Are you kidding me? With the Arm & Hammer logo on it. These are so freaking cool and they're in my size. And then it also came with this Arm & Hammer Fresh Effects odor neutralizing pouches. We're gonna put them in the trash can because Justin literally said something about the trash can yesterday. And then I think we'll probably put some in the laundry room and then also in our gym bags. Like Arm & Hammer, the divas at Arm & Hammer that sent a base bag and custom Nikes, raises for everybody.
Thank you for calling Bennett Orthodontics. This is Chris. Let me help you.
Hey Chris, my name is Jayana. I got my braces off in 2023 and I accidentally threw my retainer away yesterday. What are my options as far as getting a new one?
Is it both upper and lower? Or
yes,
just upper?
Yes, it's both of them.
Okay. So we just need to get you in to do an impression, and the cost of the retainers is $416.
Okay.
It's $208 for the upper and $208 for the lower.
Okay.
And we can pretty much do it, you know, anytime. It's just a quick appointment. We just take the impression and then get it made, deliver back to you.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Can I call back and make an appointment or do I just walk in?
Yeah, you sure can.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, you need to make an appointment, but just give us a call to schedule it.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. $400! Y'all, it's no way the retainers cost $400. I need to find them. Jojo, $400, bro. No, y'all gonna set up a GoFundMe. Donate to my GoFundMe. Yeah, I did exactly what they told me not to do. I put it on a napkin. Yesterday we were cleaning. I threw it away. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't. Let's go look. Okay, I washed my hair last night, but everybody is very up in arms about Charlie Kirk. I think that's his name. Because he was shot at one of his rallies yesterday. At first, I was like, oh my gosh, like literally another fucking person is dying to gun violence. Like, when are we finally going to do something about this? When are we finally going to do something about this? Because the fact that 2-3 weeks ago, there were kids in a church like school, and they were praying, and little kids are throwing their bodies over younger kids in grades lower than them to protect them from an armed shooter. That shouldn't be happening. That should not be happening. And it's been happening. And it seems as though there's not anything being done about it. Right? People weren't as up in arms about that as they are about Charlie Kirk. Y'all, people changing their profile pictures. Huh? So of course, in the beginning, last night, I'm like, what is this? Like, this is so sad. Like, I'm like, oh my God, like, when is this gonna stop? When is this gonna stop? People are posting him. And I'm like, pause on that. Let's see who this is first. I'm gonna let y'all listen to this clip.
You live like a capitalist every single day, Shank. I live as a capitalist. I live what I believe. What do I do? I get dirty every single year. Friend, like, I'm sorry. If I see a black pilot, I'm gonna be like, boy, I hope he's qualified. Because of DEI, it begs the question, when you see a black pilot, you wonder, you say, I hope they are qualified. If I'm dealing with somebody in customer service who's a moronic black woman, I wonder, is she there because of her excellence, or is she there because of affirmative action? It almost creates thought patterns that are not necessarily, no one really cares when it's HR managers. No one cared when it was, just kind of paper shufflers or even engineers. But now when it's like, wait, hold on a second. You're going to remove my appendix and you're a black lesbian?
Y'all get the point. Okay, I'm going to say it like this. I am very sad that children lost their father. That's sad. That's sad that kids lost their dad. That's sad as hell. Very true. But I will not be making him into a martyr when using slurs against Asian people, transgender people, and making DEI seem like it's this kind of satanic panic ritual that's pulling the wool over the eyes of America. Moronic black women. So you see a black pilot and you hope, damn, I hope he qualified. Mind you, like, I don't even know how extensive the training has to be for you to be a pilot, but I'm sure it's damn extensive. Trust, I'm sure it is. But you see a white pilot, and just because of their skin color, you assume that they're automatically qualified because they're white? Yeah, so as far as making him into a martyr, changing my Instagram profile pic to be Charlie Kirk, I won't be doing that. I won't be doing that. Because at the same time, y'all, if Big Adolf, if he was around right now, which, I mean, reincarnated, but if he was around right now and he died, I would not be posting him on my Insta story. I wouldn't be doing that. I wouldn't be doing that. So again, like, I don't wish death on anybody. But it's just like, who you are as a person, I'm not going to be like, oh, wow, he was just such a great guy. No, because you weren't. And just because somebody dies doesn't automatically make them a good person. I hate when people do that shit. Just because somebody dies does not mean that they were a great person. Y'all, when I die, do not get up there at my eulogy saying she was always so kind and so quiet and she was just always so agreeable. No, guys, I was a bitch. Please do not try to make me a martyr in death. Please. I'm a cool girl. I'm a chill girl for real. Yes, absolutely. But just because somebody dies doesn't make them into this amazing human being, this amazing humanitarian. Like, he was a racist. He literally said, when talking about school shootings, that those kids dying was necessary in order to keep the Second Amendment. Kids dying is necessary? Huh? And you want me to send my thoughts and prayers? No. My thoughts and prayers are reserved for the victims of school shootings. Hey yo, turns out. And this is not even, I'm not racist. I feel like this. If y'all know me, y'all know that. If Charlie Kirk was a black man, I would still be saying the exact same thing. Actually, I'd probably be even more pissed because I hate to see black people being pit up against other black people. No. So if Charlie Kirk was a black man, I would feel the exact same. Hey, what are you saying? Like, no. You saying that like MLK is fake and he just got famous because he was black and black. Y'all are so irritating. But being racist, homophobic, xenophobic, like, hey, so none of that's okay. Turns out. And people are saying, guys, like, Charlie Kirk had a family. Yeah, so did the kids that were shot in a school shooting while they were praying. Hey, yo. Yeah, they also have families. Y'all weren't up in arms about that. But now that he's a radical white Republican, it's, oh my God, like, we have to do something about this. Okay, great. Let's do something about it. But it's irritating that it takes somebody that looks like you and has the same beliefs as you in order to get you to want to do something. Right? America is just so strange. Like, I know other countries be looking at us like, what the fuck is they on? Like, what are they on? I don't get it. And it's like, this week has truly been the season of like trying to find out. Truly it has. And it's like, I saw somebody repost and they did like a whole think piece. It was like an incoming stitch, but like the white people that voted for Trump are like, no, like, this is not what we voted for. This is not what we wanted. Like, he's destroying our agriculture and our farms and our kids can't eat. And right. We knew that. Turns out there was a whole little plan that was going that he said, like, when I get elected in office, which the when and not if was crazy, but that's a whole nother situation. But it's like, he told you exactly what he was going to do. He was very, very adamant on getting illegal immigrants out of the country. That was, which is so crazy to me because America was literally, anyway, I'm not gonna get into that. But it's like, so you voted for Trump, right? And then you know that you have family members that if he does what he says he's going to do, which is getting rid of illegal immigrants, getting rid of undocumented people, that is going to directly affect you. You said, I don't care. I have to vote for him. And you did. And now you're being affected by that. And you want black people to be up in arms for you. You weren't up in arms for me. Because I specifically remember whenever the results of the election came out, it was N-word this, and N-word that, N-word this, and N-word that. And now you want my help. Again, in any situation, I'm always going to be really upset for the children. My thoughts, my prayers are always going to go with the children, but you will not get my sympathy when you voted against human rights. You know? And I hate to get political because this is supposed to be like lappy girly talk, but like realistically, YouTube is forever. And if I ever have kids, like I don't want my kids or my grandkids to look back and be like, y'all, Nana, like she just didn't give a fuck. Like the world was burning down around her and Nana ain't say shit. No, I did. Like this is not okay. This is not okay. People are saying it's more than just politics. No, it is politics. Like we need to have gun reform. That is politics. It is political. Sorry. Like saying like, oh, like we can't be friends. Like we can be friends and have different political views. Not if you are not an advocate for human rights. I fear that's actually really scary. That's actually really scary. No, like human rights is important. It is. DEI is not a sin. Oh my God. It's like, it literally feels like the Salem witch trials right now. Like, long story short, gun reform is needed. Period. Okay. Switching off of that, I washed my hair last night because y'all, it was so dirty. It was so dirty. It literally smells so good. Oh, I ain't gonna lie. Okay, this is the shampoo that I use. It's the hydrating shampoo. This is the hydrating shampoo by Sacred. And then I have to do a deep conditioner. I know you're not supposed to leave deep conditioner in your hair overnight. I'm aware of that. Truly I am. But like my hair, I have to bully it in order for it to be moisturized. So like leaving a shower cap on with a deep conditioner in overnight and washing it out in the morning like I'm doing right now is what is best for my hair. Like my hair feels so soft and so freaking hydrated. But I wouldn't leave it in there for like days and days and days and days and days because then it'll get moldy. But this is the Sacred Moisturizing Deep Conditioner. I honestly really do like this a lot. And as you can see, last night I dug my fingers into it. And it's a lot of product too. So. But y'all saw this week and a little bit last week, but mostly this week, I had literally the best curly hair wash and go that I've had in so long, because I used to just like do the raking method and then just like let my hair be like that. And I used to see people that were like finger coiling, but I was like, bro, that takes so much fucking time. Like I literally do not want to sit there and finger coil. Like that's irritating and I don't want to do that. It's worth it. Yeah, it's worth it. But I only, oh my gosh, this gel is made in Mexico? What? I love that. Anyway, I did not know that. You would think all the times that I've been to Mexico that I would have seen that. Or maybe I haven't, I just won't think about it. Anyway, I only use 2 products for my wash and go. I use this. This is the Wetline Extreme Gel. I transitioned from this gel, the Eco Style gel to this gel, maybe like 5 years ago. So I've been using this for 5 years. Now, originally, this big thing used to be $1. People started catching on. It's not $1, but it's still pretty inexpensive for how big it is. I can't remember exactly how much it is. So I use that. And I also use this. This is like Uncle Funky's Curl Activator, I think. Uncle Funky's Daughter Curly Magic Curl Stimulator. Now, you have to use this very intelligently, because if you put too much, your hair is going to feel so slimy and the sliminess does not go away. Like it turns into almost like a residue. Also, if you know, this gel, you really got to do a tester. Do a tester on the back of your hand. This goes with any gel. Do a tester on the back of your hand and mix the 2 products together that you want to put on your hair before you put it on your hair. Because if you put it on your hand and it like peels up and makes those little white balls, do not put that on your hair because it's going to be all over your freaking hair. These 2 products mesh very well together and I don't get the white flakes. Perfect. But yeah, so I put, which one I put on first? I think I put this one on first. Well, I do like water, detangle it. Put this on first. Put the Wetline gel on second. And then I finger coil. Yes. So that's what we're going to be doing. And I'm going to show you. But my hair looked crazy under this towel. That's why I was talking with the towel on. But I can even... the way I get on this app, looking any kind of way, is it needs to be studied. Oh my God. Y'all. This is so soft. I'm taking care of somebody's bundles right now. I am. I'm taking care of somebody's bundles right now. This is literally so soft. Yeah, that sacred combo, that's the move from now on. From here on out, it's literally so soft. Wow. And you can like still see like my curls still, they're clumped together, but like, what? Okay, y'all, let's go ahead and do this here. Let's do something to this head. My hair appointment is at the end of this week, right? No, I'm sure. It's next week. It's next week. I work on the 19th and it's my last day. But then I have a hair appointment on the 20th, so I'll be tired. But I don't start my new job until the 22nd. So I have time to like go home and sleep and just be a bear. But yeah, let's go ahead and do this hair.
Every minute, man, I swear that she can get it. Say if you a bad bitch, put your hands up high. Hands up high. Hands up high. Tell them dim the lights down right now. Put me in the mood. I'm talking about dark moon perfume. Go.
I recognize your fragrance. Hold up, you ain't never gotta say shit. And I know you taste this a little bit. High maintenance. Everybody else basic. You live life on an everyday basis with poetic justice. Poetic justice. If I told you that a flower bloomed in a dark room, would you trust it? I mean, I write poems in these songs dedicated to you and you you're in the mood for empathy, it's blood in my pen. Better yet with your friends and them. I really wanna know you all. I really wanna show you off. Fuck that, pour up plenty of champagne. Cold nights when you curse this name. You called up your girlfriends and y'all curled in that little bitty range. I heard that she wanna go and party. She wanna go and party. Nigga don't approach her with that Atari. Nigga that ain't good game home is sorry. They say conversation rule a nation. I can tell, but I could never right my wrongs unless I write it down for real. P.S. You can get it, you can get it, you can get it, you can get it. And I know just what you want. Oh, but it's justice, put it in the song. Alright. You can get it, you can get it, you can get it, you can get it. And I know just what you want. Oh, but it's justice, put it in the song. Alright. I really hope you play this, cause oh girl, you test my patience with all these seductive photographs and all these one-off vacations you've been taking. Clearly a lot for me to take in, it don't make sense. Young East African girl, you too busy fucking with your other man. I was trying to put you on game, put you on a plane, take you and your mama to the motherland. I could do it, maybe one day, when you figure out you're gonna need someone. When you figure out it's all right here in the city and you don't run from where we come from. That sound like poetic justice. Poetic justice. You were so new to this life, but goddamn, you got the justice.
My hair is in like the Frederick Douglass stage, so you're gonna have to bear with me. But Justin's birthday is next week. It is September 17th, and I was racking my brain. We've already talked about this, trying to figure out like what we were gonna get him for his birthday. He decided that he wanted a TV. That's fine. We went into Best Buy the other day. We saw a TV. The TV was like $1,000, like right over $1,000. I think it was like $1,088, something like that. See the TV. The Best Buy people are like, it's not in stock. We can order it online for you, get it delivered to the store, yeah. Whatever. We were going to go home and get a TV mounting appointment first. That way we can get the TV delivered and mounted in one little smooth little swoop, right? We get home, TV's not available anymore. Damn. Okay. So whenever Justin got off work today, I was like, hey, the TV that you want is no longer available. He was like, yeah, I know, I saw. So I was like, what do you want to do? He was like, there's another TV that I want that I saw in the store, but it was more expensive. Now we saw multiple ones in the store, and I was like, I know damn well he ain't talking about this $2,500 TV. Oh, of course he was. Oh, of course he was. Oh, of course he was. So I was like, okay. So I was like, just, you know, send me some. The original one he wanted, they didn't have that one either. So he was going over like specs and refresh rate, whatever the hell boys were talking about when it come to games and whatever. So we found this TV that we're currently at Best Buy about to go get. It's $1,300 and it's a 75 inch. Apparently what we have in our living room right now is a 65 inch, which we both thought that it was a 75, but no, it was 65. So yeah, this TV is a 75 inch Samsung, and it has the refresh rate and everything else that Justin is looking for. So yeah, I do not think that this TV is going to fit in Justin's car. Justin has a huge trunk, but I really don't think that it's going to fit. I know it ain't going to fit in mine because I like, it looks like I have a lot of trunk space if I let the seats down, but like realistically, I genuinely don't. So he thinks it's going to fit in his car. We're going to try. Then if it doesn't work, then tomorrow we're going to go to Home Depot. We're going to rent one of their little pickup trucks for the day, which is like $19, and we're going to come back, get the TV, drop the TV off back home, take it back to Home Depot, and then hopefully get the TV. This man finna come bother me, y'all. Over a damn TV. Y'all, I stand corrected. The TV ended up fitting in Justin's car like a glove. It took maybe 2 seconds to load it up. Now we're at home. He's backed in, and we're gonna get it in the house, or at least try to. We should be able to. The crackling that you're going to hear in the background is Justin taking the tape off the TV. It was his idea to put the new TV in front of the old TV because he said that he couldn't wait. But this one has like a middle stand, but that one had, when we got that one, he did the exact same thing. We had our old TV up there, and then he put the new TV on this mount, but it had like little legs, so it just wasn't as sturdy. Anyway. Yesterday, after talking and getting y'all's opinion and y'all's feedback, I got an iPad. I feel like it'll be good for like content stuff, and I love my MacBook. I have the MacBook Pro, whichever one came out last year. That's the one that I have. And I really, really do love it. It's very functional. It's perfect. There's nothing wrong with it. I edit all of my YouTube videos on there. But I just feel like I needed an iPad to kind of complete my ecosystem. And I feel like it'll be good for like more on the go editing. And I also got an Apple Pencil because I want to change my YouTube thumbnail and like add a little bit more. So it's a little bit more detailed. I don't know. We'll see. Also, y'all let me know. Do y'all like when I post like my workout videos inside of these vlogs, or do y'all not care? The only reason I'm asking if y'all don't care is because I've been doing it for a few weeks and nobody said anything. So I don't know if like y'all skip past those parts or what. If you skip past it, let me know. I just won't post it anymore. But yeah, just let me know. But I also got an Apple Pencil, so I guess we'll kind of see how this goes.
They put a 75 inch on top of a 65 inch. I'm trying to think how much. Can I get around like maybe? I'm gonna go 85 ish. Cause I gotta get the drip. I got my first varsity debut Friday Night Lights. I gotta look good. I gotta.
Okay, Justin gonna send it to you.
Yeah, Justin. Yeah, you know, yeah, Justin's gonna send it to me. Because he wants to put all that money out of your pocket, even though I've had like over $3,000 in cash out balance.
Right.
How much do you want?
85.
Okay.
He said okay.
All right, man. And also, I don't know why, but I downloaded Venmo. I don't know. I just.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't think y'all are safe, bro.
What?
1,400. Justin, bro. A birthday not that special.
He not getting nothing else.
For the next 30 years.
No, I agree.
I would have got him a birthday card. With half an ink a pen.
I already told him.
No.
Tell me what?
Justin was like, you're not gonna tell him that we're getting the new iPhone, but I literally just asked you about it. Like I just texted him.
Wait, didn't you? Well, I thought I was getting.
All of us are getting new. Like it's time for all of us to get an upgrade.
Oh yeah, I didn't want the same 17. I don't even know what the 17 was like, but I just feel like I wouldn't want it.
Yeah. So he already knew about that.
Yeah.
I'm not finna be clown like he's just this TV is big.
No, this TV is huge. I had a box TV until I was 18 years old. My first flat screen TV was 24 inches.
I ain't had an Android in high school.
Wait, 75. Gang, that TV's like 8. Do you have Victor Wembanyama in your bedroom?
What are you talking about?
So that TV's 7 feet long.
No.
No.
That's 5 times 12. 60.
75 inches. So it's 6 feet.
Yes.
Roughly. Yeah.
So that TV's taller than me?
Yes. It's taller than Justin.
Yeah.
He's taller than all of us.
Justin, are you trying to see the crowd, the sideline, and the tailgating?
I'm trying to see everything.
Does this show like the satellite from space too? Like, what's so special about a $1,400 TV?
I don't know. The TV we had before this was only $800. To me, it was nothing wrong with that TV, but we're gonna move the TV that we currently have in the living room into the bedroom.
Our dog's colorblind?
No, they're not getting a TV.
Oh.
We're moving our living room TV into our bedroom.
So where are you gonna put your bedroom TV?
Probably in storage.
You're putting a flat screen TV just in storage.
Yes, we have another one that's in storage.
Jay, that's the definition of doing a giveaway, bro.
No, no. First of all, this is Nisha's TV from like 2010 that's in our bedroom. Yes. It's not new.
Anybody with a 2010 Samsung?
No, literally LG. No, nobody wants that.
One of the batteries don't work, but it's all good.
No, literally, the remote barely works as is.
I just thought about something. I'm about to make this even worse. I low-key might need 200 because I kind of need new cleats.
That's between you and Justin.
Justin, slide the two-skis.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. You gonna make my sister suffer? I'm making you suffer. Bermuda Triangle in this piece.
I'm not finna suffer with my birthday next week.
Cool. Mine was last week or like 2 weeks ago or whatever it was.
That ain't got nothing to do with me now.
Cool.
You upset my dog.
Slide the two Benjis.
I'll see what I can do.
Oh, Jaden said, I'll see what I can do. It was just at your door. So.
Now, to be fair, she didn't want to buy me this TV. She definitely protested.
I'm going to just say in advance, thank you, Justin, for the $200 you sent me.
Fine.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Well, I guess I'll be on my way to Dick's.
All right.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Hi, girl, shit.
Look, bitch, I'm a star, got these niggas wishing. He say he hungry, this pussy the kitchen. Yeah, that's my dog, he gon' sit down and listen. Call him a trick and he don't get a holler. Bitch, I'm a star, got these niggas wishing. He say he hungry, this pussy the kitchen. Yeah, that's my dog, he gon' sit down and listen. Call him a trick and he don't get offended. He know he giving his money to Megan. He know it's very expensive to date me. Told him go put my name on that account because when I need money, I ain't tryna holler. He know he giving his money to Megan. He know it's very expensive to date me. Told him go put my name on that account because when I need money, I ain't tryna wait. I can't be fucked with, no. Oh, you can't touch this, hey. Bitch, I do rich shit, my money thick, hey. Walk with a limp, I'm on some pimp shit, hey. You say you all about money, yeah. I'm on that cash shit, I'm in my bag, bitch, I'm on your ass, bitch, I'm in that new shit.
You got a 2-day trial before I take back my time and make you pay. 30-day trial before I made my mind, and it's always trials and tribulations. Ciao, ciao, ciao. Kissing in Paris, I guess we could do it in French. Wow. Eating lo mein, it's ciao for now. Ciao, ciao. She got me wildin' now. Rory Italian, ciao for now. Ciao, ciao. Yeah, she making that ass shake, breaking that back till her back break. Wow, yeah. Crazy how you managed to make me into a sponsor. You got me paying for shit. You got a 2-day trial before I take back my time and make you pay. 30-day trial before I make my mind, and it's always trials and tribulations. Ciao. She don't want her much.
So we went into the other Best Buy and we got an Apple Pencil. First we went over to like the little display case and I found it. And so Justin went and got somebody to come over, and you know at Best Buy like they have the little earpieces in, and you could tell like somebody was like saying something in his ear and it was super loud. He's like, I'm sorry ma'am, what's your last name? I was like, Thomas, and Justin was gonna be like, Thomas? Like, what? And he was like, I don't know. She said she following you on TikTok, and so I looked, and Justin was like, I thought I heard that, and then it was like a girl over there that was like, and I was like, oh my god, hi Diva. He was like, we don't even keep the Apple Pencils in this case. This is just a display case. We keep them at the front. I was like, oh, okay. I felt so bad for wasting that bad time, but he was just trying to do his job. But my girls, they always gonna seek me out. I love y'all.
You got a 2-day trial before I take back my time and make you pay. 30-day trial before I made my mind, and it's always trials and tribulations. Ciao, ciao, ciao. Kissing in Paris, I guess we could do it in French. Wow. Eating lo mein, it's ciao for now. Ciao, ciao. She got me wildin' now. Rory Italian, ciao for now. Ciao, ciao. Yeah, she making that ass shake, breaking that back till her back break. Wow, yeah. Crazy how you managed to make me into a sponsor. You got me paying for shit. You got a 2-day trial before.
It is completely dark in our room because I'm editing the YouTube video currently, but I feel like there are some things that I want to talk about before I like close the vlog out for this week. Number one, the iPhone 17 pre-sale was today, September 12th, and okay, I feel like the iPhone 13 was prime. Truly, the iPhone 13 was prime. I think I ended up getting the 15 because it had the dynamic island, and I thought that was cool. The jump from the 15 to the 16, I feel like there was none. They always say, oh, the camera quality is the same. It's not different. It's the same. To me, visually, to me, it is the same. So there's that. The 17, to me, looks like an Android. I don't know why it looks like that. And it's like, you're giving us colors in the Pro Max version of burnt orange, navy blue, and like the silvery white. We can't even have a black iPhone. We can't have that one pink model y'all released for that one version. A nice little light blue. We get burnt orange. Anyway, it was time for me, Justin, and Kobe, because we're all on the same phone plan, to get an upgrade. So that's what I was talking to Kobe about yesterday. Kobe said he did not want the 17. Kobe said he wanted the 16 Pro Max. So that is what he upgraded to. Also, all of this is free. Like, we're not technically paying any money for it. I know from this week's vlog, it may seem like, you know, oh, like they have everything. They bought a new TV and she got an iPad and now she's getting an iPhone 17 and blah, 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 blah. Understand, I work so hard. Justin works so hard. And we also don't have kids. So like, when you don't have kids, you have a lot more disposable income than the people that do have kids. So that. I also never want to make it seem like I'm bragging and like, you know, my life is so perfect and like everything is so perfect. I am extremely blessed. And because I am so blessed, I do my best to give back to other people. Hence, the family vacation that we just took. Right? And then I also do my best to donate to like, primarily I usually do women's shelters, but I probably should start adding like children's like shelters in as well. But I don't post when I drop off donation stuff because I feel like it ends up looking performative and I don't want it to be that way. So like usually whenever I get PR, like I showed y'all my PR this week, but I usually don't show y'all any of my PR that I get from brands like the skincare and the body care and the clothes and whatever, because it goes to someone else that needs it, you know, a lot more than I do. Like I can only put so much stuff on my face, right? Like I don't need 80,000 moisturizers and all this hair care stuff. And like, I don't need that. And I know that somebody does need it right now. And it could be a lot more use to them right now than it would to me, just like sitting in our guest bedroom closet. So I never want to make it seem like I'm just like so spoiled and it's like, you know, all this money and I'm not like giving back. Like I am, but I just don't show it because I feel like it's tasteless. You know what I mean? So I just don't do that. But we are very blessed. We live an amazing life and I wake up so grateful every single day that like this is the life that I get to live because it's awesome. So yeah. I woke up at 6:55 to get in line for the pre-order for the iPhone 17. And first of all, the T-Mobile site was down. Like you had to go into like a waiting room and then they let you into the site so the site doesn't crash. Smart. So at that time I went and upgraded everybody's phone. Again, didn't have to pay anything. Like it was a part of this plan that we're in with T-Mobile. I don't even know if they do the plan anymore because when Justin tried to get on it, she told him that it didn't exist anymore. But somehow like me and Kobe got grandfathered into it, or Kobe got grandfathered into it and I was already in on it. So I don't even know if it's a thing. I don't even know what it's called. Anyway. So yeah. Got the new iPhone. So whenever it comes out, it's supposed to be shipping on September 19th. So it should be here a few days after that. So maybe not next week's vlog, but the week after I should have it. So I'll let y'all know if it's worth getting. But yeah, so I got that. We have our TV mounting appointment for tomorrow morning. They're going to take down the two TVs, take the living room TV, put it in the bedroom, put the new TV up in the living room, and that should be all done. But what I wanted to talk about is the fact that I don't even know how to say it. First, I'm gonna just be plain and not try to like talk around it. If you think that you are going to lie to me and lie on my name, you have another thing coming. Because there's a situation where a person was like, I was doing the right thing and I was like, you know what, hold on, let me call somebody. So I called somebody. I was like, hey, like we're not supposed to be doing this, right? Like this is not something that we're supposed to do. And they were like, no, like absolutely not. Like under no circumstance should you do that. I was like, okay, like just checking, just making sure that I'm not tripping. Click. Mind you, I'm around so many people whenever I have this first conversation. They were like, yeah, no, don't do that. I'm gonna call you back though. I said, okay. A few minutes later, they called me back. They were like, yeah, no, absolutely not. Like we're not gonna do that. This is not something that's gonna be done. No. Okay. You know, other people were around again at this time. Click. Then I get pulled into this intervention. Is like, did you tell this person that I said so and so and so and so? Yes, because you did. They were like, I never talked to you on the phone. I never talked to you on the phone. I don't know what you're talking about. I never talked to you, never talked to you, never talked to you. And I'm like, yes, you did. Like, it just happened. Like, yes, you did. And so the other person that they're trying to, that they've obviously spun this other whole different lie to was like, wait, what? You just told me you never talked to Jayon on the phone. Like, why is she coming in here saying that you talked to her on the phone and you're telling me that you didn't? So I was like, she was like, well, what did I say when I was on the phone? And I was like, you said X, Y, and Z. And she's like, I never said that. I never said that. You never got 2 phone calls from me. I'm like, okay, well, that's a lie. Whenever you're ready to stop lying and have a normal adult conversation, I'm more than happy to do that with you, but you're lying. This other person had also been lying, so I had to go ahead and clock that too. I'm like, you're saying that you were never around, that you never did this, that you never did that, but you did. I was there, you were there, and everybody else saw you do X, Y, Z. So why are you lying? And they're like, oh, like, I don't know what you're talking about. I was like, you know what? I cannot do this right now. Like, I have so many other things that I have to be doing right now, and lying is not going to get anywhere. So whenever y'all are ready to stop lying to me and to each other, I'm more than happy to have this conversation. I'm more than happy to continue to carry it on. Period. Right? And then when we get back into another meeting with, you know, bigger people that are over us, they're like, oh yeah, like, they're like, okay, Jay, tell your side of the story. I tell my side. They're like, okay, well, y'all tell y'all side of the story. I'm like, yep, Jay called me and she said this, and Jay called me and she said that, and then I called her back and I said that. So what was the point in lying in the first place? Literally, what was the point in lying in the first place? Like, I have absolutely no respect for people of authority attempting to lie. Because let me just tell you this, you will never be in a situation where you're going to lie to me and I won't have receipt after receipt after receipt to back it up. You are this big in my mind. If you're going to sit there and lie on me about something that you know you did at your big grown age, is embarrassing. Accountability is not a negative thing. Accountability is positive. There is so much like grace in someone coming up to you and saying, you know what? I said X, Y, and Z. That wasn't really the right thing to say, and I'm sorry for that. That's literally so easy. Like, you haven't learned that at your big age. Like, I don't understand that. People lying, adults lying, will just never, like, I need y'all to understand that when they said that they never talked to me on the phone, my jaw dropped to hell. Cause I'm like, it's no way that you sitting here telling that bold-faced ass lie. It's no way you're doing that. It's no way you're doing that. And then you want to come back after it's all these people in the room that know that I talked to on the phone. They were like, oh yeah, Jay called me and she said this and she said this, and then I called her back the second time and I said this and I said that. You're a scumbag. You're literally a loser. You're a loser. Like, it's like you think as you grow up and you become an adult that people are going to be less immature, but no, it's almost like a backwards curve. Like, they become more immature as they get older, and I don't understand that. And I have absolutely no respect for liars. And I know that you probably peruse my content and you're watching everything and you know, woo, okay, this is for you. I have no respect for you at all. And I've already told you that. So this is not something new. This is not your first time hearing this. I told you in person that you have lost my respect as an authority figure, and you've also lost my respect as a human being. If you can sit there and lie and try to be that malicious and that vindictive towards me, you have none of my respect. I do not respect you even as a human being. And that's that on that. Because the thing that they lied about y'all was literally so dangerous. But hey, I got out. I'm getting out. Literally getting out. And I keep saying that, and I feel like I have been saying that so much this week. God just keeps showing me, like, and this is the reason why you're leaving, and this is the reason why you're leaving, and this is the reason why you're leaving. It's like every time I start to feel bad, like, man, I'm gonna miss this. No, you're not. No, you're not. Because something is not clicking up here. Something is not clicking, like, as a whole. And I'm so excited to be able to get away from this. Like, it is. I feel like there will come a day when I can really just regale everything that has occurred. That day is not today. The day is just not right now. But yeah, I'm really happy that I'm getting out. And I'm just gonna kind of leave it at that. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for spending this week with me. Be kind to yourselves, be kind to others. I love you so much, and I will see you next week.